Speed, I'm C, cam speed.
B speed, sound speed.
Thank you. Everyone just get some visuals in the colour shine.
I'll let you get yours first. Set.
Are we happy to talk about the Paris trip?
Yeah. Me and my best friend Kate got a text from Miles. I think it was literally a night before text being like, if you guys want to come to Paris with me and my friend, we've got a private jet, you won't have to pay for anything, leaves in the morning, come with us. Obviously I said yes.
Yeah, we're coming. He said, great, I'll get a car to pick you up. Went to this little airport. Someone met us, looked at our passports and just kind of walked us straight onto the jet. Elle and I have never been on a private jet or anything, but I remember Elle and I looking at each other with a glass of champagne, like, what is going on?
It was beautiful. It was like shiny and cream seats, beautiful air hostess. It was like ultimate luxury, what you'd imagine, what you see in the films.
It was me, Elle, Miles, and another one of his friends. We got a private car straight to this amazing hotel where they had like a suite and like an upstairs and a downstairs. We were kind of just drinking champagne the whole time. We went out clubbing, went out for dinners, went out for lunch, and we were all paid for. But Elle and I would kind of offer and they'd be like, no, don't be silly and just do it.
We were all in our element. We were all so happy we were going to Paris with some of our best friends.
But that was kind of one of the last times I actually ended up seeing Miles and spending time with Miles before everything kind of unravelled.
I need name, date of birth and payment. All tickets will be sent to me and I will then give them to you 5 to 6 weeks beforehand.
We paid for the tickets through this guy called Miles.
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 Miles Hart.
Miles.
Miles Delisle Hart.
I started seeing on Twitter, been scammed by Miles Hart, been scammed by Miles Hart.
This is insane. These people were all our best friends.
Where the fuck is this guy at? He's got my money.
I was so angry these people had paid so much money.
What a bastard.
We have 8 cameras as a result of these terrifying events. It really is like Fort Knox.
If he's doing that, then you have no idea what else he's doing.
But he could end up in prison. He could end up killed. He's got to stop.
You're lying.
How has Miles Hart got away with this?
Listen, if it was one big scam, I'd be on the phone to you now.
He picked so many friendship groups. Like, he had us, and we would kind of like be the more like, let's go to. Miles was a really good friend of mine. And then he would also have the group. We've grown up together. He's one of my oldest, closest friends. I heard rumours about Miles. And it was like the wool being pulled off your eyes. I can't make sense of who he is now versus who he was then.
Now it's going, guys. Sorry. Miles. Miles. Merry Christmas. Oh, nice enthusiastic. Yeah. He was a great boy. Yeah. He was very charismatic. I saw the family a lot, and we used to have Christmases together.
Miles, take some potatoes.
Yeah, they're fond memories. I've known Susie, Miles' mother, since she was 14. Susie Boozy. Hello. Their life in Glastonbury was, I think, a pretty happy life. To me, it appeared that they were settled.
I met Miles at school when we were about 10 years old. Miles was very sociable. People love him. He's very easy to get along with. He's funny, he's witty, he's sharp, he's quick, he's clever. He made friends really easily. Didn't have a problem with that at all.
He was the joker of the group, making little jokes, probably inappropriate jokes, but everyone kind of didn't mind it because it was Miles. He could get away with it. I think if you weren't close with him, people probably thought he was a bit of a knob. He definitely had a caring side. I mean, if Elle and I were ever upset, he would be the one of the people to call and check in and actually make sure you're okay. Milford is full of all these athletes. Lando Norris went there. At the last Olympics, I think they worked out that if Milford was its own country, that they'd be 18th in the world. But it's also, at the end of the day, a boarding school, so lots of wealthy kids did come.
People from a very, very extravagantly wealthy background. Some royalties, crazy pool of people, yeah.
And that's kind of where Miles would slot in, just being chums with one of all the wealthy kids. Money was kind of central to him. He would always kind of be wanting to wear the nicest watch or the jacket.
It kind of felt like a bit of a status show. He would always want to have like a table at a clubs and spend thousands and thousands of pounds.
Miles would have a contact for everything, so if he wanted to go up to London for the weekend and go to this restaurant, he always knew someone. So he'd always kind of ask Miles as a first point of call to kind of have access to anywhere.
So our school was in Somerset, so it was right next to Glastonbury, and we were within that catchment area, so everyone wanted to go, everyone wanted to be there. Miles was someone who could get you in. I remember Miles actually getting me in. Got me a wristband, had a great time. After we all left school, Miles was selling some Glastonbury tickets. He probably realised it was a great way to make loads of money.
So I'd heard about Miles, but actually never met him. He was 2 years below me. What Miles told me on WhatsApp was that the tickets were given to him by virtue of the fact he had land near Glastonbury and that he was renting the land out for people wanting to glamp. He was selling 42 hospitality tickets. I thought it was like an exclusive opportunity and I didn't really want to miss out. It was 2 days before the festival. I'd taken the annual leave. I'd been chasing him basically every week since April. I decided to give the screenshot that he sent me confirming the allocation to Glastonbury Ticketing and also confirming his name. Glastonbury got back to me within 4 hours saying, we're not familiar with this name. I was like, hold on, something's a bit fishy here. After Glastonbury, I was chasing Miles for the money. My calls were being rejected. I had heard anecdotally that he was partying in Paris, and that made me feel incredibly bitter.
My best friend Kian texted me, can you please do me a favour?
Hey guys!
Hey guys, back at it again.
I said, of course, what can I do? He said, can you try and get Miles to pay me back? He's not giving me a ticket for Glastonbury and he hasn't given me my money back. So something had happened with these Glastonbury tickets, whether he miscounted the tickets or whatever. Then after Glastonbury, I had some messages from like mutual friends. Do you know this guy sent a picture of Miles? I felt like slightly responsible, people coming to you and are saying, your mate has scammed me for 500 quid. So contacted all of my friends. Have you guys got anything on Miles?
So it got added to this WhatsApp group, and there was already kind of 10 people in it talking about how 2 of them had been kind of scammed for Glastonbury tickets. Different people kept being added. And all of these people were people that were close to Miles. Messages were popping through. He borrowed money from people, hadn't paid them back, and these people were his close friends. This master list was being pulled together. There's a screenshot of a receipt of him at a club in London saying, "Where's your friend? He owes me 200k."
Which is an obscene amount of money to spend on anything, let alone a night out.
People were trying to work out how he's going on these extravagant holidays. Oh, so when we went to Paris, you know, was that all kind of scammed money? Miles was essentially kind of taking credit for having this jet and arranging this trip. That was the real kind of mic drop moment, like, fuck, this is big.
This is insane. These people were all our best friends.
And I think this is when people started getting really angry. How has Miles' heart got away with this?
I still can't really wrap my head around it. I'm still trying to prove if various things are true. The more people you talk to, the more you find out, and everyone knows someone who's been scammed by him. And all the whilst he was doing this, he was going on like really bougie holidays, spending crazy amounts of money that probably wasn't his. I feel guilty that I, obviously without knowing, let him like pay for things or like take me places and do fun stuff. I think I was just really angry. I was really angry and we were just so confused. Sort of when I was like, okay, I want to figure out the wider picture of what's going on here. If this is all I know, then imagine what's actually gone on from stuff I don't know, people I don't know.
I discovered DJing and house music, and then that's it. It's changed my life since then. A house, tech house, play a bit of disco every now and again. Just took over everything. I go to Ibiza every year. I met a guy called Kai. He's a big promoter in Ibiza. He runs some of the best events on the island. He put an Instagram story on saying, look, we could get hospitality Glastonbury tickets for £1,350, and that got you access anywhere, apparently. It felt legit because of the fact of how many followers Kai had. I've never been to Glastonbury. It's the biggest festival in the world. Everyone wants a ticket, and when it comes out, it's just potluck really if you can buy them. When everybody else is struggling to get tickets and you've found this contact who can get you them, you think, right, we'll just do it and go right now. You knew you'd have to pay a bit more anyways because you weren't doing it the actual way Glastonbury wanted you to do it. So we all thought, oh, right, yeah, well, we might as well just pay it. So I messaged him. We desperately want these tickets. We might as well, because this is the only way we can get in.
For a minute. Okay. I think it's like the one event that's like absolutely unmissable each time it's on. So I already had a ticket. I was in a group. My partner was in a different group. She didn't get one. Yeah, she was just devastated. Like we don't really give up on these things. I'd been looking online. I think I just put in like Glastonbury tickets 2024. Reached out to a company called Stargaze. Checked out their website, checked them out on Company's House. Everything looked great. Shot them an email. I was dealing with a young employee, very professional, very courteous.
So I joined Stargaze as a summer job. My job was primarily to sell Glastonbury tickets. Not everyone can go, not everyone can get a ticket. That's where Stargaze came into it. This wasn't a general sale ticket. This was, you know, hospitality, this was VIP, this was high end. The lowest tier was around £1,000, and then all the way up to a backstage or access pass, which was around £3,500.
The ticket that you bought was a hospitality pass. I believe it was $1,400. That was going to be including camping, VIP access. Chatting to my partner, and I was like, oh, by the way, I got you a Glastonbury ticket, and yeah, she was just absolutely buzzing.
The owner of Stargaze was Benjamin Harrison. He was, you know, very nice guy, very chirpy, very salesy, you know.
Yeah, we were expecting the tickets to be coming through. I'd say they're going to be with us latest next week. Then we can organise a time and day to meet up.
So Stargaze actually never sold these tickets before, from what I understand. It was an opportunity through a contact that Stargaze had. He was very much kept under the wraps by Ben. All I knew was that he was very sought after around the Glastonbury area.
I'm from the area. I own bits of land that we rent for the car parks, essentially. I basically own bits of land there, and I can have tickets under people's names.
So Kai said he was sorting the tickets out through this guy called Miles. So we paid for the tickets through a company which was a Spanish bank account called Mile de Lyle Hart, £2,700.
With BAA, which is the Access All Areas ticket, I need name, date of birth, and a photo similar to a passport picture, and payment. Then get sent to the festival, who will then send me a confirmation email. That is the same with hospitality and with crew.
Miles says to Kai, it was like, look, we run a catering firm which does the catering for all the workers at Glastonbury, and we can add so many tickets on.
Miles said that because his mum was a local councillor, she had connections to the festival and could get tickets.
And she wouldn't ruin her reputation. And he's sorted out people before, and then other people vouched for him, saying, like, look, it works, this is how we got in last time. We were in a group chat with about 80, 90 people, and then there was another group chat of like another 60, 70 people. There's people like spending 20 odd grand for these tickets for like 8 people. It was just crazy.
You had people purchasing 4 or 5, probably looking at upwards of 300, 400 grand that I just dealt with. It was pretty wild.
This is well worked out, and any question you had, like within minutes you'd get a response back. So when everyone thought to themselves, oh yeah, well this is class.
So around the 3-week mark, people were calling, people were emailing non-stop, you know, what's going on? I haven't really heard from you. People were, you know, contacting Ben, leaving voice notes, voicemails.
Literally every other person I know that's going to Glastonbury has got their tickets now. Did you come in the batch over the weekend or anything? Let me know, please.
How did I guess that you was going to be panicking? I had a little feeling you was going to be panicking. No, look, it's all good. It's also quite standard for tickets to come out even up until a week before.
So the worry was like going through the roof. I was asking Ben, you know, what was happening, you know, what was going on. I had these customers calling me non-stop, you know, and his answer was always, it's fine, they'll go to the festival, they'll have a brilliant time, nothing to worry about whatsoever.
Honestly, Ben, I can't tell you how much stress this is causing. I need something to say we've got tickets and we're definitely going. I've got childcare issues, all sorts of, like, honestly, just endless implications if this all now falls through. Please, please, please don't let us down.
Kian talked about Miles a lot. They were friends. They flattered together. They were schoolmates. Kian was still saying, Miles hasn't paid me back the money, and as far as I know, that was £500. Why would you do that as a friend? Kian finished his degree in 2021. He managed to get a job in Dubai. He was really happy there. He was really finding his feet. He used to call or FaceTime. We spoke to Kian on the Thursday night and he wasn't very well. He had another bad flu. It was a bit unusual. We didn't really hear from him over the weekend. I don't know, I just had this sixth sense that something wasn't right.
I got a call from one of the boys saying, when's the last time you spoke to Kian? Said, oh, not for a few days. He said on the phone, I've got a really bad feeling about this, I'll call you back.
It was about 10 o'clock New Zealand time and we got hold of one of his friends and they found Kian in his apartment in the shower. So, yeah.
It turned out that he had a heart attack and passed away.
Oh, it's left a big hole, yeah. Yeah.
And I just kind of collapsed on the floor. And my mum was like, what's going on? And I couldn't really speak. I just remember thinking, Kian's dead. And then it was just in shock.
The worst thing I've ever been through in my life. He was the closest person in my life, for sure.
We then found out the funeral was in December, so we flew out to New Zealand for the funeral, which was really special.
I was with Kian's family, with his mum, and she actually asked me to ask Miles to give them the money back that they owed Kian for a Glastonbury ticket.
I think he generally thought that Miles would do the right thing as a friend and pay him back the money.
I texted Miles and said, have you sent Kian's family the money that you owed him? He sent me a voice note back.
Hey, my old phone number got hacked, so I received your messages, but I can't reply, so I'm using this WhatsApp. I sent it in the post on Monday, so 3 days ago. So I presume I'll get it in like next 2 days. I can send you the tracking if you want, but don't worry, I didn't forget.
I believe Miles made some promises he would send the money back. We have never ever seen that money. It's never come about, so.
Hey guys. Today we're going nuts. We're dropping off.
Kian was my best friend. We were like a proper little duo. He was so great, literally the best person ever. He knew me better than I knew myself. If there's any way that we could get that money to his family, that would be the goal. Miles actually said that he had sent cash, which was obviously a lie. That's what really kind of pissed me off and made me be like, right, this is why I'm going to find out more. This is why I need to investigate this, because what is he doing?
Miles's mum was going through a divorce, and Miles and Susie both were suffering. They needed help, or Susie needed help, because she had a very big house, had a hefty mortgage. She couldn't afford Millfield. It was impossible. And needed to regroup and start her life again. So I decided that I would help her to renovate the house, bring it to the market, sell it, pay me back for the money that I'd paid into the house, and helping her pay the school fees. The money that she was owing me was over $300,000. When I took over the mortgage from her husband, it was only temporarily until we got the house finished. The plan was absolutely amazing until Susie wanted to keep the house, the whole house, and didn't even bite at trying to resolve the financial issues that she was having. They were just mounting and mounting, and she was ignoring it. She just did not want to live up to the agreement that we had, and tried hard to find a way to make the loan become a gift. It was never a gift. I'm not in a position to make a gift of that kind. I just said, right, I'm not paying the mortgage. I said, you need to sell, otherwise it will be repossessed. She refused everything and decided that she was going to fight me in court. I was really heartbroken because I never thought that this was coming. We had 3 cases. I won every single one, and 3 appeals, and I won every single one. Where she got the funds for the court case, I've no idea, because I was always told that she never had any money.
It was like a week before Glastonbury, and Miles and Kai was trying to get him to meet up. Loads of times he wouldn't do it. This is starting to look unfold now, really, really suspicious. But when you know who you're working with who's a promoter, who's got a massive reputation, everyone just was so invested in it, and there was these 60,000 followers on Instagram, you know. It's a lot of people to piss off. So we got put into a group chat, discussed it with Kai, and he was like, look, we'll get you these tickets sorted.
No, yeah, listen, like, look at it from the point of view of, if it was one big scam, I'd be on the phone to you now.
I was getting these no-caller IDs constantly. One day I answered, I was like, who even is this? And he was like, oh, it's Miles. I said, how's anyone going to get these tickets?
I don't really tend to like to mail them, because if they go missing, it's on me, and it's quite a large amount of money per each ticket, as you guys know. So therefore it's easier to collect in person.
So he organised these hotels to meet at, up and down every major city in England. Arranged a day, so people were flying over.
See, there's now a group of us taking tickets to different places, so I need to know, right, oh, I'm in Leeds, I'm in Edinburgh, you know, not Edinburgh, but where they are in order for them to actually be fucking delivered to them. Because, you know, we've got to get this done ASAP.
So Ben rang me and he was really excited, asking me to go down to Glastonbury to pick up these tickets for our customers. I live far from Glastonbury. There's no way he would have sent me down there for no reason whatsoever. So the plan was we were going to meet this contact, and he was going to hand over the tickets, and we were going to send the tickets first class. They were going to be there the next morning. We were meant to meet around 1 o'clock. We waited in a pub. As the hours went by, I'm thinking, I don't know who I'm meeting, I don't know his name, I don't know what he looks like. That's when I really started to feel a little bit on edge.
People were messaging the WhatsApp saying, what the hell's going on? I'm in Birmingham, I'm at this hotel, I've sat here for 3 hours. The staff were like, we've had this all day, what's going on? Nobody we could actually get in contact with Miles because he rang you on no caller ID. It was just crazy. Nothing was going through. More people came to the hotel and they were like, no, this guy's not even coming. And then it just spiralled into everyone going insane because they spent massive amounts of money on a ticket.
It got to around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Suddenly, Ben calls me and he explains that there are no tickets. Stargaze had been scammed. I was so angry. I was completely devastated that these people had paid so much money. How do I break that to them?
It's a week away. Get an email in my inbox. We've sold out of our allocation. We don't have a ticket for your partner anymore. Your head is just racing with different things, aren't they? And your emotions are just all over the place. Shit, this is not good. Like, presumably I can get my money back.
I was asking Ben, who was this guy? Who is the guy that took thousands of pounds from these people and provided us with absolutely nothing? I wanted his name, and I wasn't leaving that phone call until I got his name. Miles Hart.
People were kicking right off saying, where the fuck is this guy at? He's got my money. They were like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I can't wait to find him. And then all of a sudden, no caller ID again. And I knew when I seen it, I was like, it's definitely him. So I answered. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Where have you been? And he goes, I've had problems with my phone. He said the tickets have fell through. He said Glastonbury found out about them and shut the whole thing down. And then he vanished. Somebody found him. And I don't know how they managed to find him, but they found him.
I hear you say it right now. Tickets by tonight?
Your ticket confirmation by tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the full amount you fucking owe me tomorrow?
Yeah. I've agreed to that.
£10,000.
People reacting to it, loads of angry faces, and people like, why haven't you just got hold of him or took him hostage? People were like so serious about like how much they wanted to kill him and hurt him. It was unbelievable. Like. And then Miles just vanished again.
After I repossessed the house, Miles at first got in contact with me, trying to buy the house. And I was willing to cooperate. I just want my money back. When he first approached me to buy the house back, he said he was going to get a loan. I didn't know that he was lying to me. I could see that it didn't appear to be valid. I thought, this is crazy. He was just trying to delay matters, and then that's when I decided to go to auction. And I said, look, I want to get out of this situation, and I'm doing it via the auction. On the day of the auction, much to my surprise, Miles was there. He actually bid, got the house, and then gave a check for the deposit. 3 days later, the check bounced. To this day, I don't understand why he did it, because he now owes me the £90,000. Because at auction, once the gavel goes down, you're liable for the deposit. That angered me beyond belief. You know, how can I fall for it twice? But I didn't think Miles was like that. I was very embarrassed by the situation, by having been caught out and been made a fool of. And it was hard for me to think that I could have fallen for it, because I don't think I'm stupid. Both Miles and Susie still owe me a lot of money, and I have no idea where they are.
because I'm investigating into Miles. I'm meeting a woman called Anna Maria, who is Miles' godmother. We've never actually met before. But she said that she's got some bits she wants to share with me. I could maybe help her shed some light on and vice versa.
I just wanted to sort of meet you and to see, because I sort of found this box of interesting things.
Yeah.
These were found after the repossession of the house. It was in that house clearance. And I found a whole load of documents. They must be Miles, because they're all addressed to Miles. And these were purchases, checkbooks. Well, they're in Miles's name, so it must be Miles.
Exchanges and returns.
Okay. Any case, then, surprise, surprise, this.
You're lying. This is insane. Are they all for him?
They're not all in his name.
These are my friends.
Loads in the same name, too.
What the fuck? Oh my god, this makes me want to cry. I have never seen anything like this. What would he do with this, though?
I have no idea. How does he get so many cards in the name of one person? I mean, I don't know what the scam is there.
No, I don't understand either, because you'd think that surely the company would have flagged it. 20. 20 of her.
What is going to happen to him? He's going to carry on this wretched path, which is wrong. He's got to stop. He could end up having a very miserable life.
Yeah. It really has been so useful, and thank you so much for sharing it with me. Would it be okay with you if I borrowed these for a while?
Yeah, you can have them. I don't know. I've got no use for them, that's for sure.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. I just met Miles's godmother. She showed me this like box of stuff that they kept at the house, and
Shut up.
yeah,
all of our best mates.
yeah, all of our best mates. There's 20 cards in the same date and the same name. Like there's something weird going on there.
What the hell? I do actually have to go now because I've just been told we're going up.
Have a good holiday.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so where are we?
Let's explain to me how Miles starts to figure into the story.
So I'd never heard of Miles Delisle Hart. Will told me that the Stargaze had bought tickets from a guy called Miles. Miles had been promised a bunch of tickets that never materialised. Miles was presented the whole time as this rich public school boy who took great pleasure in ripping people off. I typed Miles's name into Google. There seems to be a lot of negative information running around about Miles online. Digged a bit deeper on Miles and I found out his mother was a Tory councillor in Glastonbury. Emailed her, but have heard absolutely no response.
I started seeing on Twitter, been scammed by Miles Hart, been scammed by Miles Hart. Fuck, this guy is big time scamming.
In 2022, he was scamming his friends, essentially. But in 2024, I found out that these Glastonbury scams were a lot bigger than we thought they were. I've heard from so many different people, and I've had messages from so many different people in different groups in different places of the world that they have been scammed by Miles for Glastonbury tickets.
How could you sell hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of a product when this source isn't legitimate whatsoever? I'm not sure how much Stargaze knew about this. The main issue that I have is that why wasn't any due diligence done regarding Miles? Communication started to dwindle between Ben and customers. The next thing I hear is that the website's closed down, the emails were all closed down. Ben had simply vanished. You know, these people were still owed thousands of pounds. And I do believe potentially it was because there was only so much abuse he can take regarding the whole thing.
Everyone wanted to find out where the money is. Everyone was pestering Kai, and then people went on the hunt for him because of that angry. Kai got attacked, he got completely battered over it. Miles absolutely ruined Kai's life. And then that's where you think, fucking hell, Miles is just an absolute scumbag. Everyone was like, he's just a fucking prick, how he had the cheek to do this. They're like, I'm gonna fucking kill him, I can't wait to find him. There's been rumours where he's hidden himself, nobody can find him. He's probably in like East Asia or somewhere like that, where it's easy to hide.
I heard he's on the run in Spain. Miles is on the run in America.
So today I'm meeting with a criminologist. There are a lot of my friends' names on those cards, so I really wanted to get some clarity as to what he would be using those for and sort of why there were so many.
Wow. It's really quite shocking for me, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen this many cards in so many of the same names.
This is all one person, one identity.
It's all one?
Yeah.
They either have the same expiry date or within a month either side. You could look at this and say, well, OK, maybe it's just one account and there's been multiple cards ordered within the same short period of time. But it wouldn't really make sense because why is there, 15 cards being ordered? Probably what it speaks to potentially is that one of these cards belongs to a different account. And we can't say that with any certainty. You'd have to have the financial institution look at it, but there's absolutely no legitimate reason for him to have this amount of cards. I mean, have you spoken to your friends about this?
I have spoken to my friends. When we were all in our first year of university, Miles asked various people if they wanted to make a quick 100 quid. Send me your details, I'll get out a card, just one, in your name. They send me a £100 referral fee, you can have it, and then I'll cancel the card.
OK, so I think I know what's going on here from what you've just said. What it looks like to me is that he's made your friends unwitting money mules. You only really need a money mule if you are making a financial profit off illicit activity. So a money mule helps you create like a digital financial paper trail. We do some illicit activity, we need an account to transfer it into, we'll transfer it into here. And then maybe what they'll do is they'll put it in this account, and this account, and this account. And that money is distilled out and becomes harder and harder to trace, and there's multiple reasons for doing that. Money mules have become more important than ever. Fraud and scams now make up 42% of all reported crime in the UK.
Wow.
It's really serious, actually. This could have had an impact on your friends. It will have been showing up on their credit rating. That can mean that they may not be able to get a mortgage.
Yeah.
Get a car.
Such big implications on their life moving forward.
Exactly.
I can't believe that he would put those people specifically that he was so close to. It's really scary to know that it could still have lasting effects for essentially the rest of their life.
You say it right now. Tickets by tonight.
Your ticket confirmation by tonight.
Yeah. Or the full amount you fucking owe me tomorrow.
Yeah. I've agreed to that. £10,000.
when you Google Miles's name, obviously so much comes up. There's loads of different websites various people have made. So I found this website, seems to be made by Kai. It looks like Kai has sold these tickets and now people are really pissed off and angry and want their money back and are coming to Kai saying that he's essentially scammed them. But Kai is saying that Miles has scammed Kai into the fact that these tickets exist. The scale increased massively. I can't imagine the amount that he's managed to scam off people because it's hundreds of people and these tickets are so expensive. I think he's really in danger. They are obviously looking for him and they want their money back. They're angry and they're coming to find him.
It was a Saturday. There was a buzz on the gate. It was these two very large men. They wanted their money back for the Glastonbury tickets. It was clear that the intention was to cause us physical harm. When I explained that we were nothing to do with Miles Hart, that we had purchased the property some months after they had been evicted and they were not in the least bit interested, it started to escalate. The main worry was what they might have done to my wife. My wife triggered the panic alarm which is connected to the police through our security system. We were visited by CID. So CID told us that they were looking for Miles Hart in connection with Glastonbury tickets. We did some internet research and found that someone had carelessly posted this address on the internet as the last known location of Miles Hart. If they wanted to wreak vengeance, this was where to find him. I can just describe it as a sinking feeling in your stomach when you realise what you're being drawn into. How do we extract ourselves from this? This is nothing to do with us, and it's just a sense of helplessness. As a result of these terrifying events, I found ourselves having to invest an enormous amount of money in a state-of-the-art security system. 8 separate cameras, digital facial recognition, a network of laser beams around the perimeter of the property to detect any intrusion. It really is like Fort Knox. Hardly a week goes by without some reference to those former owners and their unscrupulous behaviour. We've had a long list of debt collectors, bailiffs, people that have not been paid money, vehicles loitering at the boundary, shining their headlights in late at night to try to get the lay of the land, to work out what the opportunity is. It's like it's never going to end. I can only assume that there's still people that are after Miles Hart.
Now then, take a seat, mate.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
It's a client that we work with regularly who's basically got a huge cash flow issue.
Right.
And needs cash ASAP. But it's a product that's got a value of, I presume you would have seen in the document, it's
just shy of €1 billion.
Yeah, I see that, and I've seen this stuff bandied around before. So where do you come into it? You're wanting to basically make a few quid out of it?
Yeah.
I've only listened to a couple minutes of it, but what it sounds like is Miles is meeting up with this man to try and get a loan, a business deal, for him to essentially give Miles £2 million. This is just an insane amount of money being thrown around. They're talking billions.
Now, what kind of problems have you got at the moment do I need to know about?
Yeah, I've got debt that needs to be paid. I was involved in something that went wrong.
Something that went wrong? Tell me about that.
I was involved in... didn't even want to get involved in it. 3 people came to me about some stuff that I used to do when I was younger.
Right.
That was selling tickets and getting people into a festival.
Okay.
They came to me, they said, you know, why don't you do it again? We'll help you, we'll organise the sale of it all, you'll just get a drink, blah, blah, blah. Lo and behold, whole thing fucked up because they sell tickets to people that they shouldn't have sold tickets to that work to the festival, tickets that couldn't be sold.
These people you owe money to, what's their sort of like take on it? Are they quite prepared to wait?
Yeah, 95%. 85% of people are willing to wait. 15% are angry.
Yeah, so he's talking about the Glastonbury 24 scam, and he's saying that only 15% of people who didn't get their tickets are angry. I just think he's obviously lying, right? Like, everyone's angry.
So Kai, when Miles vanished, Kai basically had to pick up the pieces for it. He used his events to give money back to the people who were obviously scammed at Glastonbury like us, and people just had nothing but respect for him then. But he sorted everything out, picked up the pieces, whilst Miles did a runner.
Ben, it seemed like a trustworthy guy. I thought that he was just implicated in the whole thing, but as soon as he started, you know, not getting back to my WhatsApps, not answering my emails, then the company was dissolved. I haven't heard a peep from Ben in over a year now. So I reported Miles to the police. Obviously, I find it baffling that he's not being caught, and I presume he thinks it's just going to blow over forever, and he's never going to see his day in court. But I'm really hoping that he will.
Everything he had told me seemed legitimate. A lot of the documentation he provided, including the confirmation email from Glastonbury about his allocation, the invoice he provided, you know, that was a sign of a pretty professional fraudster.
At the end of the day, you can only get away with certain things for such a bit of time, and it will all come crashing down at one point.
Here you say it right now. Tickets by tonight.
He just needs to face the music.
What if I told you that I represent one of these groups?
Which one of the groups you represent?
Some of the nastier groups.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with you now.
Yeah.
Just relax. There's a lot of people wanting blood.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay, I wanted to meet you face to face, because at the end of the day, this is not something that can be done over the telephone.
Yeah.
There are some very unsavoury characters wanting to do unsavoury things, right? My job is to have this conversation and level with you and say, look, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, it's going to be there, okay? It's not going away. That money needs to be repaid. But realistically, if you're in fucking hospital, you're not going to be able to repay.
It's scary, I think. It's like, for me, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but how far does someone go before they face consequences?
How much is it these people believe to be owed?
It's in the hundreds of thousands.
It's about 480.
480?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's about the same number that I was given, to be honest.
Yeah, it's about 480.
So you're willing to, you're 100% stand on the debt?
Stand on it, yeah.
100%? All right, okay, well that's something. At least you've owned up to the facts.
But I am an honest person.
And what's your sort of timeline you're looking at? A month?
For the entirety to be cleared, I think 56 days.
56 days, 2 months.
Miles is fully admitting to it. We know for a fact that there's more than one group. There's definitely two groups. It's a huge amount of money, and I just don't understand how the police aren't doing anything, how there isn't a further investigation, how he's still going on meetings asking people for £2 million.
I want him to stop. I implore him to stop. He can start a life again. Someone either will kill him because he's crossed some bad boy, or he'll end up in prison.
I think he started it to fund a lifestyle. He's now doing it to pay off the debt from previous people, and it's just going to keep going. I think it's just a never-ending cycle now.
I'm not a bad person. I got myself in a shitty situation, really shitty situation.
Let's be honest, you've got a history of ripping people off, okay?
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent, right.
I was sort of conned into knowing someone who wasn't real. It's like you're losing someone that never existed. I want him to pay Kian's family back and understand that he has ruined people's lives. I'm scared of what he might do in response to this. I'm scared, but I think it's just really important that he's exposed, essentially, and that's more important than what I'm scared of. He thinks that he can sit in his cashmere jumpers and scam people for hundreds of thousands of pounds and never get caught. I think he'll continue to get away with it until someone stops him.
There is this other option that somebody offered me yesterday. Do I sell the story to Netflix and just fucking do it as a payout?
You could do. However you get that money, I personally don't care.
For details of organisations which offer advice and support if you've been scammed or defrauded, go online to the Action Line pages of the BBC website.